Uh-huh.
Once upon a time, there lived a heroic bear called Banjo, a rather loud bird called Kazooie, and an unpleasant witch called Gruntilda. When Banjo's sister was kidnapped, the bear and bird rescued her from the depths of the witch's lair, overcoming many perils and speech impediments to send Gruntilda tumbling to her doom. But she was nothing if not persistent, and surprising nobody, the old hag soon rose from her grave for round 2. Our brave heroes once again stood in her way, and this second showdown ended just as badly for Gruntilda, who really should have quit while she was ahead. Many years have passed, and peace reigns in Spiral Mountain. So what became of the bear, the bird, and the witch?
Wow, what an awesome opening cutscene. Anyway guys, what's up? Xbox Kid here, and today I got a review of, yes, Banjo-Kazooie Nuts and Bolts. And let's get this out of the way first off. To all the haters of this game, to all the people who don't think this is a true Banjo game, this is a true Banjo game. In all honesty, this is probably not my favorite in the series, but overall it's still Banjo. The character's still talking gibberish, and overall it's still just as funny as ever, with plenty of self-referential jokes in it, such as right here, little Diddy Kong racing reference. Right here, we got a little Mario reference. Whatever, dude. This is Banjo-Kazooie, and Banjo is back. If you haven't picked up this game, and you ever even liked the franchise, then you gotta be crazy. In this game, while not as strong in terms of the writing as the other two Banjos, is still a cool little story. It picks up 8 years after the events of Banjo-Tooie in real time as well, and Gruntilda is back. She's crawled her way back from the Isle of Hags, which of course by now has been sealed off by boulders, and basically is just ahead. Meanwhile, Banjo and Kazooie have gotten rather plump after doing absolutely nothing for 8 years. Well, they got an Xbox and a Nintendo 64 by the looks of things. Wow, how'd Microsoft get away with that? Basically, Gruntilda's back. And right as Banjo and Kazooie are about to fight, the new guy, new big honcho here, Lord of Games, LOG, who claims to create every video game ever conceived, pops in, pausing the game and forcing the two to compete in a minigame, which has them collecting as many, as he describes it, random and pointless objects as possible. About halfway through the challenge, he decides that it doesn't work and thinks that they need something new. Therefore, Banjo and Kazooie are stripped of their moves and are instead given a vehicle. And this is where many people have a problem with the game. Coming up. So basically, they get warped to Showdown Town, the new hub world for the game, where he instructs Banjo and Kazooie that they will once again compete against Gruntilda for the rights to Spiral Mountain in a jiggy challenge of the ages. The race is on. Upon entry, he gives Kazooie a magic wrench, which grants her near unlimited creative power. Well, now it's time to get into the gameplay and design. The basic structure of the game is like this. Collect jiggies to open up new worlds by creating creative vehicles with parts that you find around Showdown Town to complete challenges. This is how it's been for a while, but the vehicles are a new thing. with the vehicles, it's basically as easy in the creator as snapping two Legos together. And the things you can create are very interesting, especially the stuff that I've seen on Xbox Live. I'll get into that later at the multiplayer though. So basically, the only platforming in the game that's really true old school platforming takes place in Showdown Town. Basically what you do is, in this hub world, you can collect notes and you can collect these crates. These crates contain parts that you can use to build vehicles. The more parts you find, the more creative your vehicles can be, and so on and so forth. The better your vehicle, the more likely you are to get a better score on the challenge. In the challenges, there are 3 different things you can earn. The first level being just some plain notes, which isn't very rewarding. The second being a Jiggy, and the third one being a Trophy Thomas. Collect 4 of these, and then you'll get another Jiggy. After collecting the Jiggy, once you leave the world, there's a Jiggo van. These Jiggo vans dispense the Jiggies into your new trolley. The trolley you use to carry into the Jiggy Bank in the center of Showdown Town. Whew, what a mouthful. Okay, notes. With the notes, what you do with them is you basically collect them and then you can spend on different things. You can go to Humba and you can now buy, instead of transforming the things, you can buy vehicle parts and vehicle blueprints. The blueprints are pretty useless since you'd rather probably just use your own stuff. But if you're not creative, I guess they're interesting. So basically you can buy more parts with her. There's also other stuff you can buy in Showdown Town, such as Black Market Jiggies from Jolly Roger, now known as Jolly Dodger. You can also upgrade Banjo's skills from Boggy's gym. Yeah, that's right, Boggy, the fattest sparrow around, owns a gym. Very interesting indeed. In terms of gameplay, the game does actually play a lot like the old Nintendo 64 platformers, with vehicles. The vehicles are basically replacements for the moves. Every jump, fly, and peck has been replaced with a move. In fact, you even get Weldar's Breath, a fire add-on that looks like Weldar. Yay, Banjo fans rejoice. So overall, another good thing with the game is the fact that you can also replay all the challenges, which is something that people have wanted since the original. So there you go. The notes that you collect also stay collected this time around. Hooray. So overall, the challenges are fun, but there could be a lot more variety. A lot of them are just races or fetch quests. So that's my only gripe with the game. Other than that, everything's fun, and the amount of ways that you can complete a challenge are pretty varied. I mean, you could, for example, in one challenge, you could either simply race on the ground with a car, or you could fly over the competition in a plane, making things way easier and overall way more fun. The multiplayer in the game is a full-fledged suite of tons of activities, from wrestling to racing. Overall, it's fun, but you're gonna need to make sure that you get plenty of parts in the single player before you actually jump into it. Otherwise, you're gonna be at odds with the competition. Not that there's much remaining, as a lot of people don't play this game, and you're really gonna want to get some friends together if you actually want to play it. Other than that, the multiplayer is a fun side addition, and it's great that Rare's included this. If anything, it certainly beats Banjo-Tooie's shootouts. So that's the multiplayer for you. On to the graphics and audio. Graphics and the audio. The graphics use the modified version of the Via Pinata engine, and the game looks absolutely excellent, while providing a style that is all its own, while also paying homage to the original Banjo-Kazooies in both the audio and visual department. Grant Kirkhope, I hope I'm pronouncing your name right, man, is once again composing the track list for the game, and it is superb orchestral music. And there are plenty of throwbacks to old tunes, as well as plenty of new things. These range from the throwback to sort of old television-style openings that you'll see every time you enter a world, to the subtle sounds of Showdown Town at night. Overall, the audio and visual components of the game do an excellent job and earn the game a 9.0 rating. For now, why don't you just take a look and admire the game in all its glory. Enjoy, everybody, and make sure all you Banjo fans pick up a copy. It's like $20 now. See you guys.